was to create a platform that got homeless people off of the streets and into shelters as quickly and efficiently as possible. We wanted to do this while providing the shelters with as much information as they needed, and also to allow shelters to coordinate with each other to help as many people out as they could. We have a map in the city of St. Louis. All of the homeless shelters in the area are mapped out here. If we set our location up here, we'll enter the address of where we're at currently, and then it adds it to the map, sets that to the center, and over here on the right, it gives us the distance of each shelter as well as how many beds are remaining in each one. If we click more on a particular shelter, we get information about it, we get the phone number, the address, email, but the most important part is we can request a space in the shelter so that the shelter will know that we're expecting to stay there. Navigate back. Now, in the bottom left corner, we have a shelter login. In here, if we set which shelter we are and enter a password, then this takes us to the shelter dashboard. This is the dashboard for Peter and Paul Community Services. Here we can see that we're expecting 2 people, John Smith and Mary Brow. We know the number of beds that each person needs. We have their contact information. We can move them to the system over the dashboard. Down here, we can also set the number of beds we currently have remaining, which will be available to any other shelter or any person in need who logs into the system. One of the more interesting use cases of our system is that it's designed in a way that allows people to use it through a shelter even if they don't have a smartphone or a laptop. Because the system is available to any shelter, this means that a person in need can call the shelter and the shelter can use the system from their computer while speaking with the person over the phone. That way our system is accessible, it's open to anyone who can get a phone signal and doesn't necessarily have access to internet.